Welcome to the data.shom video tutorial. In this video, I would like to explain you how to display the coastal oceanographic forecast maps using the configuration and analysis tools of data.shom.fr. Let's have an example with a wave forecast map that you can load from the SHOM catalog here. Then go to the Oceanographic Forecast tab and select Waves High End Direction. Then close the catalog to access your data selection and your forecast layer here. Here you will find the three configuration tabs. The first one with the star wheel will give you access to the general settings. Here we can set the transparency, and here the date, hour and time system. Please note that when you load a layer, that layer is automatically set to the current day with the closest available time to your computer clock and in the time system of your computer. For the example, let's change the date to the 2nd of August. That is an interesting day because a low was crossing the north of Europe. If available, you can change here the depth and here the unit. The second tab with the painting palette will give you access to the color bar and style options. You can display the color bar here on the map just by checking the little box here. And here you can choose between default color bars and styles. For example, let's display the waves as colored arrows, like this. But you can also use the automatic palette button here to adapt the color bar range to the local minimum and maximum found in the visualized area. So for example, if I change the zoom and go closer to the coast, and if I click again on the automatic palette button here, the color bar range is adapted. Then the third tab here with the little screwdriver will give you access to the different tools. The first one, value and hover, will let you display the forecasted values on the fly here, anywhere you want. And you can then left click on the position you want to open a window with the forecast value for the next coming days. Those values are issued from the visualized model, here the Wavescreen model gridded at a 500 meter resolution. Please note that it is not necessarily the most accurate available model at this position, like it is proposed in the oceanograms. Please refer to our oceanogram tutorial if you want to know more about it. But here we can still see direction, high and periods, and see that the sea state is growing here up to 3.1 meters and then slowly going down in the next days. The second tool here, transects and section, will allow you to create a profile along a track that you can draw with successive left click. To end the track, just double click. Here is your profile that you can also animate by clicking here and by changing the start and end date. Here is your animation. Then the download tool will let you download the daily file of the visualized model output. Just click on it, check the name of the model and click on the download button here to get immediately the zip file that you can save anywhere you want. Finally, the last button is the tool to animate one layer. You can choose one of the predefined duration here or simply activate the button, click on the model you want to animate, and then here you will be able to set the start date, end date, but also the color bar. Click on the play button to launch the generation of the animation. Please note that this action can be quite long and can take several minutes. Let's see what can be the result on this general view of the wave forecast. Here you will have the control panel. So click on the play button to start the animation. Here to pause, and here to go backward step by step, and here forward step by step. If you want, you can stop the animation to generate another animation with different parameters. Okay, now you must know that you can have also extra tools. For example, in the case of a 3D layer, like the hydrodynamics daily means of current, salinity or temperature that you can load here. Let's display, for example, the seawater temperature. If I go to the tool tab here, I can get that new vertical profile tool, and I can generate a vertical profile by left clicking anywhere I want. Here, for example, and I can get that vertical profile of temperature along the water column. Also, if I use the transect section tool, now I can get a real section of the ocean. For example, at this time of the year, it's interesting to visualize the ocean thermal front here. As it is shallow waters, I need to adapt first the maximum depth here and refresh. Okay, so here I can see the thermal front with the ocean waters here that are stratified, with warm water above cold water, and here the ocean waters that are mixed by the tidal currents and homogeneous. Okay, finally, if you want to display two layers of forecast together, like for example the wind and the atmospheric pressure, then you can use that little arrow to put the atmospheric pressure behind the wind, and the style options to display the wind as colored bars here. So this is a typical view of the meteorological situation, and you must know that for the moment the tools are linked to only one layer. In particular, now if you want to change the date, you must do it for the two layers separately, here and here. Okay, so now you know the basics for displaying and analyzing the data.shom forecasts. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon on data.shom.fr.